Yep. All right. So, yeah, this is me with my hair down. Quite the mop I got going. So, I got a question for you. um, when you wake up in the morning, what do you say to yourself? Do you say, "No, it's a new day," or do you say, or do you think about what you got planned for the day, or you think about what you do have planned for the day? Okay, so you might think of that. With me, it's a little different. I wake up and it's like cancer, or I have cancer, or I have lung cancer. You know, it's not like those exact words go through my head, okay, but the thought is there. Almost as soon as you wake up, you know, that premise is there. Now, it's, you know, it's almost like you're in a different place, you're in a different world now. You know, because it has a real impact on you. You know, it's not like, you know, it's serious stuff, okay? It's not like you got a broken leg and you healed and you're back on the soccer field like a year later. It's not like that. You know, it can be impactful, and, you know, especially when the doctor tells you this, you have lung cancer, you know? And so, I guess it's because, you see, I'm kind of at the point where I'm getting over that. And it's like, it doesn't feel like that when I wake up in the morning. It's not so bad anymore. I guess getting over it, or getting used to it, maybe, I don't know, it's something like that. It's almost like it works almost the same way as grief or bereavement. It has an impact, it kind of lingers, and eventually you move on. Eventually you put it behind you. You get over it. Okay, so right now it's been a while, so you know, at first it was like that. As soon as you wake up in the morning, it's like, oh, yeah, I'm in a different world now. Yeah, but it's been a while, so it's not as bad anymore. Okay, so, and well, not as bad today. My arm and shoulder and everything is not as shaky today. Okay, so, and you know, there are some other things that people don't know about or don't think about. Like, the doctor said, one of the oncologists said to me, "This will never go away." It's like, I'm stuck with this? I mean, like, you know, I asked them, can this be put into remission? And they said, well, because there's no, well, instead of giving me a direct no, he just said something like, you know, it cannot be cured, so it'll, yeah, it's like, it'll always be there. Like, the only thing they can do is, you know, stave it off with the treatment, and hopefully they'll shrink it down, so, you know, use both chemo and radiation therapy and like try to shrink it down so it's, you know, but it almost sounds like it's going to be tailgating me for the rest of my life. So that's what a lot of people don't realize, you know. That's something you have to try and get some distance behind you, but, you know, there could come a day when they can start tailgating you really, really close. Yeah, and then rear end you one of these days, you know. And also, it's like a roll of the dice. You know, so there's so many things people don't understand. Like, when I say roll of the dice, it's like, oh, the treatment, how will it turn out? What's the outcome going to be? Yeah, it's a real roll of the dice. You just don't know. But given the fact that, well, you know, you look at me, I don't have underlying conditions, I'm not sick all the time, I'm still kind of young and resilient, so I stand a better chance, of course, you know. But yeah, when the doctor says that to you, that's, you know, unless I surprise the shit out of everybody and go into just absolute spontaneous remission and be cancer-free and surprise them all, well then, more power to me. Yeah, we've heard those stories. But yeah, there's the, there's the uncertainty. And like, there's also, you know, reminders. That's another thing. Every now and then you get these reminders. You know, when I have a coughing fit where I cough so hard I gag, you know, that's kind of a reminder that, yeah, there's something wrong there. Or just walking into the hospital. And the number of times I've been there already, oh my God, it's like appointments and tests, every test you could think of, and appointments. And, you know, just walking into that hospital is a reminder that, yeah, there's something wrong. Yeah, that something wrong with my body. Yeah. So yeah, but you know, as for the hospital, it's come a long way. There's plenty of support there. There's people to help you through this, and emotional support, and also resources, because you know, you're going to be burdened with a lot of things, and so they have like resources to help you. There's always someone there to provide help, so it kind of alleviates the emotional burden of everything. And yeah, one thing, it's like people say, you know, you got to keep a positive attitude. You know, I do have those days where it's like, you know, you have your ups and downs, because it's like an emotional roller coaster. And I do have those days where it's like, you know, your thoughts are kind of dark, and you kind of, your thoughts kind of wander off, and you just have those days where you feel kind of down about it, you know. And so when someone says to me, you got to keep a positive attitude, it's like, well, I'm not going to say to them, you know, well, you try walking a mile in my shoes or anything like that. No. And I'm not going to dismiss it. No. Because I know that the reason they say that is because they care. You know, they give a shit about me. So no, I'm not going to dismiss it when they say that. You know, and I do understand that, yeah, a healthy mind is a healthy body, and it does help. Yeah. So yeah, if you're down in the dumps all the time and you're just stuck in that, you know, dark pit of abysmalness, then yeah, you're just going to let yourself wither away, body and soul. Yeah. So yeah, when people say you got to keep a positive attitude, no, I'm not going to dismiss it. No, it's like I said, I know that, you know, they give a shit. So one thing's for sure that I've realized, you know, used to be like that lone wolf, or maybe that lone Wolverine, because I like playing in the snow. Used to be I'd have no problem being that lone wolf, and you know, I've always lived a very non-complicated lifestyle. You know, hardly any burdens around me, but now it's all changed, and it's like, yeah, I've realized I can't be that lone wolf anymore. It's almost like I need people more than ever now, because you see, when you're alone, and like I live alone, so that kind of sucks, because you know, you could find things to do around the house, chores around the house to keep you busy and keep you distracted, but that only lasts so long, you know. And so, and sometimes, you know, those dark thoughts come back. So yeah, it's yeah, when you're with friends or friends and family, you know, it is helpful to, like, you know, it is helpful to be with people, and like, so yeah, I've realized that, yeah, now I can't be that lone wolf anymore. You know, and you know, one thing that one day I stopped and I thought about how supportive people are, and it was very overwhelming when I stopped and realized the amount of people that care about me and help me and are supportive towards me. It's like, it was like just overwhelming when I thought about it. It's like, I'd never been in that situation before. So yeah, it was quite overwhelming when I thought about, you know, all the people that cared about me. Yeah. But, yeah. When, when I mentioned about the hospital, you know, whenever I go there, I look around and look at people hanging around inside the atrium or outside, and I look at some of these people and I think to myself, maybe I don't got it so bad after all, you know. I'm still walking, I'm still getting around, you know, I still have some usefulness to me, and I'm not sick all the time. And because I look at some of these people and it's like, you know, and the reason I say maybe I don't have it so bad after all is because when I look at some of these people, it's like they're in wheelchairs and they got like tubes coming out of their bodies, and their skin looks really bad. And, you know, you look down and their toenails look like cornflakes. And so, yeah, then I think to myself, maybe I don't got it so bad after all. Yeah. Yeah. So anyways, just some thoughts for the day. So yeah, it stopped raining. It stopped raining. It cooled off. Sun came out, partly cloudy. It's a bit windy. But it's peaceful. It's quiet. Yeah.